Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you with us on a Monday. And for those of you who are heading back to our campuses, welcome back. Fall 2022 semester is underway. A lot of excitement around the district this morning. Dr. Lana Pagao is joining me this morning. Lana, it's good to see you. Lana is the communications director at our HCC Northwest College. And I bet things are bustling out there in the Northwest College, especially in Katy.
We are very busy. First semester out at Katy in our new building, so we're very excited.
A lot going on today. Fall semester is underway right now. If you haven't registered yet, I believe you can register through the end of the day or through the class. So you have through today. Get it done quickly. Time is running out. We've got a lot to talk about this half hour. Some special guests are joining us. Thanks to all of you who are watching us this morning on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here every morning at 10 a.m. Lana, you want to tell them where they can find us in social media and on HCCTV?
Absolutely. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube, not HCC. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right, Lana, you're going to be talking with this next guest. In fact, it's Mental Health Monday, and we've got Gussie Fuller. She is the Youth Young Adult Program and Development with NAMI of Greater Houston. She's our Mental Health Monday guest. Good to see you, Gussie. How are you?
Good to be here. I'm very well. How are you all today?
We're good. We're good. You know, we've been doing this now for a couple of years where we started this Mental Health Monday and seems to be a popular segment, especially now that a lot of us still work remotely. So we're looking forward to hearing from you and more about NAMI in the near future. So stick around. We're with you in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're going to kick things off, making a return to the show. Ravi Brahmbhatt is HCC's Director of Student Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Ravi, welcome back to the show. You know, last week we visited with one of your students you're very proud of from the spring pitch competition, but you're ready to launch another one of those competitions.
Hey, Todd, thanks for having me. Absolutely. Every semester, I have the honor and pleasure of inviting what I call change makers from HCC to come and engage with us, learn the entrepreneurial mindset, and drive home the competition.
Now, tell us, you're at the Southwest Center for Entrepreneurship. Tell us about that and some of the goals you have for your students out there.
Thanks, Todd. So, you know, Todd, our goal is to teach entrepreneurship really as a kind and a helpful profession. I know the Shark Tanks, everybody thinks about shrewd businessmen, but our goal is, you know, teach entrepreneurship as a kind and helpful profession that's accessible to everyone for those who want to build skills, solve problems, find gaps, and earn profits.
Right. And the Pitch Fest competition, hackathons. First off, hackathon, just a cool name. So tell us a bit about those, because they're two separate events.
Absolutely. So we use the hackathon as a training session for the Pitch Fest, and these competitions they're highly impactful because they really force the students to kind of develop, plan, and present their ideas in a persuasive manner. They inspire students to think creatively, critically, analytically, problem solving, and build public speaking skills.
What is the process that the students go through every semester? Maybe you can tell us what that looks like.
So we want our students to create, impact, and empower. Under Create, you can imagine we are teaching them about building awareness about themselves, about the community, about the markets they want to solve for, and then we inspire them to take action, right? So do something about the problem that you found, make solutions. We want them to impact the world by really building new products and services to the solutions that they're pitching. And then ultimately, we are empowering them to launch into companies and startups or file for their IP to really help with tomorrow's job creation.
Right.
They're the leaders of tomorrow.
And these students, do you offer them workshops, the training sessions for them outside of the course schedule?
Absolutely, Todd. In fact, we have a model in which we provide, effective communications training, ideation training, the rapid prototyping, the hackathon. We'll run them through that. And then we'll also give them opportunities for a bunch of mock trainings. So really get better at their pitch presentation. And in that process, we'll even teach them a digital skill or two. So it's all part of the model, leads up to the finale at the end at every semester.
You also, we had one of your students on last week. I know you're very proud of him. That was on last week to share his story, but maybe you can talk about some of the other success stories.
Well, absolutely. Love Cyrus and his IP patent. He's already working on so many more things. People should check out the video from last time that you did. But, we've had in the 5 years at least 3 convocation speakers out of our office. Kanisha Friend, Robert Ramirez, Jasim, and we. These are students that are, never thought entrepreneurship as a career choice. They're pursuing it in different capacities. We is a student that's currently pursuing a doctoral PhD degree in data science, and he's won Google hackathons and Apple hackathons, and he never thought he would win any of these competitions. Robert Ramirez, as you know, he's out there being hired as motivational speaker. And for someone who said, I need motivation myself, he's really encouraging the common unity theme. You may remember his convocation speech that time. So these students are finding their paths, the purpose, and profits.
Now, faculty can get involved with the Pitch Fest. Maybe you can tell us about some ideas there.
So, Todd, we're finally, getting to a point where we're now really working with HCC faculty to introduce the entrepreneurial education into their classrooms. We're blessed to have fantastic partners from speech and communications and economics and business who are incorporating these activities that are outside of the classroom into the classroom. We're actively working. My ask really from a faculty who's listening in is consider the Pitch Fest as a project in your class. We give our students global problems to solve with their local creativity. Make that part of your class. Give extra credit maybe for participating in the hackathon or any of the workshops. Share the flyer and tell people to go to hccs.edu/pitch and get them engaged. Because we find that when a faculty tells the student to do something, it really empowers the student to show up. And as you know, 90% of life is about showing up. Yep. So we really need our faculty to tell the students and empower them to show up.
Do you have some faculty members who joined you in this process by offering this as part of their curriculum?
Absolutely, Todd. We're really blessed to have the speech and communications department currently running out a pilot. We're doing something with consumer arts and sciences with Dean Brimmer. We're also working with Richard Goslin and economics with Mia Taylor with business. So I'm proud to share that we have about 26 faculty volunteers, by the way, and mentors who show up to support these students with their projects during the mock rounds. And then also we're piloting, meaning we're now trying to track data of some of these activities in the classrooms with students, so we could share our impact a little bit better.
So real quickly, the website address, very easy, hccs.edu/pitch. That's where they can find it. If they are looking to sign up for a semester, you take them in cohorts. How does that work? And can someone still sign up for this?
Absolutely. So what we'll do is on September 15th, we're going to make an announcement that, hey, the competition's open, students start registering. Okay. If you want to be a mentor or your faculty interested, reach out to me directly, but students go there and, that's how we capture your intent to participate. We start emailing you of all the scheduled activities. We also list all the activities on the website. So on September 15th, it's opening. November 30th, we close the competition intake, and on December 10th, we'll do our expo and pitch presentations and celebrate.
Sounds like a great thing, Ravi. Ravi Brahmbhatt, the Director of Student Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Good to see you again. Let us know when you got some other things going on, all right?
Thanks a lot, my friend. I appreciate your help a lot. Bye-bye.
All right, Robbie, thank you. Okay, Dr. Lana Pagao is going to be interviewing a guest for our Mental Health Monday segment. Lana, you want to take it away?
Sure. I just want to say that I am always thrilled with Robbie's enthusiasm and such a champion for entrepreneurship. So moving on to Gussie Fuller, Youth and Young Adult Program and Development for NAMI Greater Houston, and our Mental Health Monday guest. Thanks for joining us, Gussie. We are happy to have your connection back. Well,
I'm happy to be here.
Right.
I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. So let's start with a simple description of the Greater Houston chapter of the National Alliance of Mental Illness, NAMI for short. What's its purpose, vision, and mission?
So, Lonnie, if I could just kind of condense that into one. The purpose and vision and mission of NAMI Greater Houston is to provide understanding for family members just like us. Those of us who either are living with, are members of, community members, church members, kind of the whole encompassing community around mental health and mental illness. NAMI was established in 1988 by a group of families just like us that were living with family members that wanted to improve and better their lives. Difficult but treatable conditions with mental health. So NAMI, we envision a community of healing, love. We provide advocacy, education, treatment, and public awareness for mental health. And we see now in the society that we're living in, especially in these post-COVID days, that it has come to the forefront, the necessity to have a conversation around mental illness.
Yeah, it is certainly prevalent, it seems, among children and teens. So tell us about your work with teens and mental health.
Absolutely. NAMI has historically worked with the community cohort around parents and families, teachers, school districts and such. But we've really put an emphasis now nationally and at a local level on developing the bridges with high schoolers, middle schoolers, college students, and junior college students around what their issues and what their challenges are. We're developing social media campaigns. This summer, we partnered with the National Behavioral Health Partners in our building and decided to take on externs. Those high school externs did research, and that research founded what will now become our social media campaigns that will be designed by them, for them, around messages that we know concern them, hoping that it will help us dispel the stigma and have a safe place to discuss and find support even younger.
Excellent. So what is NAMI's current relationship with HCC?
Oh, we're excited. We have already facilitated a couple of workshops partnering there with Dr. Mamez Kalani in your Counseling and Ability Services Department. And she's been wonderful. She's put together a series of mental health 101s with your faculty, administration, and students, where we can come in and do exactly that, educate, take conversation, see what the pressure points are there with your student and administrative campus, and see how we can support there. So we're looking forward to planning our next one in October.
Right. So Pathways to Hope Conference. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Pathways to Hope is coming up at the end of this week on the 26th and 27th. For anyone that's interested in attending, it is a national NAMI effort. NAMI is launching this conference nationally in 8 different cities simultaneously. Houston has chosen to choose the in-person model. So we partnered with one of the oldest churches in Richmond, Pilgrim Journey, and our intention is FaithNet Pathways to Hope. So NAMI FaithNet in particular, really kind of opening the door to conversations in a religious community that need to be had around mental health and awareness. So we have up until Wednesday at 4 p.m. before the link, which I've shared with you already, closes. Anyone interested in attending can still attend. There's a 100% virtual option. There's a hybrid option. And like I said, if you want to attend at the local level, there is an in-person option as well. We're going to be looking at everything from teens and adolescents to male specific to our faith and community base, our religious base, and really saying, how do we bridge this gap? How do we create a better life for all of us around pressure points that are stressing and could in some ways inhibit us if we do not have this conversation moving forward?
Well, that sounds like a great initiative, and I think it's really important to acknowledge and help youth deal with their mental health issues. Well, thank you, Gussie Fuller, Youth and Young Adult Program and Development for NAMI Greater Houston and Mental Health Monday guest. We'll have info about the program in our post after the show.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Thanks, Gussie. Okay, we got a few things to discuss, some announcements this week. Of course, the semester started today. That's right, fall 2022. We're already here. A lot of things happening across the district. The mayor and HCC welcome kids back to school. HCC recently teamed up with Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner for his annual back to school event at the George R. Brown Convention Center. Our goal was to give students back to school items and to provide information about the many opportunities HCC has to offer, because we certainly have a lot of them available. And Lana, there's something called Path to Profession that is gaining popularity right now.
Yeah, it's an initiative that if you're looking for real world experience in your study area, this is the way to get it, through Path to Professions. And it's still available. So check out this opportunity to make good money. And we'll have that link posted after the show as well, so students can go and find that information.
And the Eagle Promise program is back as well. So this is particularly for graduating high school seniors. But HCC's promise is to help you earn a degree for free. The HCC Eagle Promise program offers qualifying students. You have to qualify for this. But if you qualify, the money will help pay for cover your tuition, your fees, your books, each semester. It's a great deal, phenomenal. In fact, right now is the best time to go to a community college. There's so many resources available for our students financially. We'll have a link to this particular one in our post after the show. And the DEI podcast series, that's continuing on this fall as well.
Yeah, Dr. Donna Davis, she is HCC's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. She's announced the upcoming podcast schedule, which will be the first Thursdays beginning September 1st. So from 11:30 a.m. to noon, topics will include cross-cultural effects of assimilation versus acculturation, critical race theory, hate crimes and bias, ending stereotypes and prejudice. And we'll have that link up after the show as well.
Yeah, so we've been working with Dr. Davis for really the past year on launching this podcast series. So check it out. First one, as Lana mentioned, it was September 1st is going to be the first one, which isn't that far away. All right, you can make a difference. The foundation every year collects money for student tuition in the form of scholarships. Well, right now is our time to contribute. Invest in Houston's future by supporting HCC Foundation scholarships, which has funded countless students who have graduated and moved on to brighter futures because of such generous donations. Many of those students go on to work for HCC. I know we got a few of them in the communications department that will say the foundation is the reason why they were able to graduate from HCC and in many cases move on to other colleges or partnering universities. It's very easy to do. You sign up very quickly. They'll take the money out of your paycheck. You won't miss it, but you will be changing the life of one of our students with a scholarship. So we'll have a link in our post after the show. Now, Lana, we mentioned fall 2022 registration. It's happening. You have to get into it today. But one thing we want to mention is, we have year-round enrollment. And if they didn't get fall 2022, second start semester is a few weeks away as well.
It is. And you can still register for those semesters online anytime, which is no established class meeting times unless the professor lists it. There's online on a schedule where you meet at a set time and the course meets online. hybrid, where you have lecture, partially face-to-face and partially online. In person, of course, traditional face-to-face courses where you come into the classroom. And then we have a hybrid lab, which is laboratory and studio courses. So if you're looking to register, go to hccs.edu/apply, and you can get more information on our website as well.
Right. So register as soon as possible, especially if you're looking at getting into Second Start, which isn't that long away. Okay, tomorrow on the show, every Tuesday is Tasty Tuesday, and we've got a treat for you. Local bladesmith, Serenity Knives, will be here to talk about how Houston can beat the Japanese and German competition when it comes to chef knives. I don't know if you're into chef knives, but I personally am. I think they're pretty cool. So that's kind of piqued my interest. So if you're interested in custom made knives, tomorrow's the day on the show for you.
Yeah. I used to be into German knives, and I bought a whole bunch, and now I'm totally into Japanese knives.
Yeah.
I think they're great. They really, really can, cut an onion.
Right. Yeah. Well, definitely looking forward to that. So they're going to be on the show, and we've got a faculty senate president joining us as well.
Yeah, David White returns to discuss his plans as the new faculty senate president, as well as his work on shared governance committee, which is something that HCC is launching.
All right, a lot happening tomorrow. Lana, thank you for joining us today and being a part of the show.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
All right, we'll see all of you tomorrow. I'll be at HCCTV. We'll be live, though, 10 a.m. right here for Up to the Minute. See you then.
Bye-bye, everyone.